joining us today for you on the Daily Edition. She's an Olympic medalist and holds multiple world records. Well, now Kate Campbell and her Aussie swimming teammates need your help. The champ joins us live with the details.
Plus, Roseanne Barr bears all. The actress has sat down to give her first TV interview since the axing of her show. You won't believe what she said now.
Also today, it's a multi-billion-dollar problem, so why isn't the government doing anything about it? We reveal the real cost of pokies and their addiction.
And we revealed the rebel royal who's breaking the monarchy's golden rule. Right now, let's get the latest from the 7 Newsroom. Thanks, Ryan.
Tom, Sally, good to be with you both. Good afternoon, everyone. A pregnant woman is in hospital after she was stabbed and left to die outside her home in Sydney's northern suburbs. Police say she was involved in a violent struggle with an intruder during a home invasion. Natasha Squarey reports.
Residents here in the quiet Mount Colah cul-de-sac say they heard their pregnant neighbour crying out for help. She was banging on the front door of her next-door neighbour's home, screaming that she'd been stabbed. An elderly couple found the 33-year-old hunched over on their doorstep with stab wounds to her abdomen and her chest. Police say she was attacked inside her home when she was confronted by an alleged intruder just before 9 last night. Her attacker ran off. Detectives say she's extremely lucky she managed to get help next door. She was comforted by neighbours before being taken to hospital and rushed into surgery.
She was very stressed, very stressed, which she would be, you know. She's home by herself. But
and what did you do?
We just called the 000, yep, and waited for the police to arrive.
And what did she say happened?
She's been stabbed.
Around an hour after the stabbing, police arrested a 14-year-old boy at a nearby home. He had injuries to his hands and was taken to Hornsby Hospital under police guard. It's understood he isn't talking to police. The woman is said to be in a stable condition, but her and her baby will be monitored throughout the day.
Natasha Squarey there with that report. A woman has been sentenced to life in prison over the murder of her de facto partner on the Sunshine Coast. The torso of George Gerbic was found dumped near Gympie in 2013. It took police 10 months to identify his body. 60-year-old Lindy Williams has been charged with her murder. She originally pleaded not guilty, but today a jury disagreed. Sadness has turned to anger for many residents in Greece who are demanding to know why there was no evacuation warning before deadly fires hit. More than 80 people have been confirmed dead. Now authorities say the fires were deliberately lit. Rob Scott is in Marty.
Well, from sadness and deep despair, the mood is now slowly shifting to anger from those who have survived this terrible tragedy. Many say they were not told the fire was as big as it was or how fast it was moving. They say authorities should have given the order to evacuate. If they had, they believe many more of their friends and family would have survived. The ones left behind have very little left and, not surprisingly, are struggling to see a future here.
Completely devastated. This is my mum's house. I thought at the beginning that she was dead.
It was a paradise, and now it's the ugliest place in the world.
Most of the dead are locals, people who have lived here for many years, but one foreigner has been confirmed among them. Brian O'Callaghan Westrop from Ireland was here on his honeymoon. In the chaos and confusion of trying to escape the inferno, he was separated from his wife Zoe. She was badly burned but survived. Sadly, Brian didn't make it. The Queen and Prince Philip have penned a letter to offer their sympathies. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of the victims of this terrible tragedy. I pay tribute to the courage and dedication of the Greek emergency services and the volunteers that have provided support. And if those emergency services were not faced with enough today, they had to respond to flash flooding in nearby Athens after torrential rain inundated homes and washed cars away. This region and its people are certainly being tested.
Rob Scott there in Greece. Facebook has suffered a major blow today. The social media giant saw more than $160 billion wiped from its market value after confirming profit margins would continue to plummet and drop off in the number of new users. It follows 2 years of scandals and investigations into its privacy and security. It is the biggest market loss in a single day in US stock market history. Well, if you're an early riser on weekends, you are in for a treat because scientists are predicting the moon will glow blood red on Saturday morning thanks to the longest lunar eclipse this century. Starting from 4 a.m. on the east coast, the sun will move into the Earth's shadow, making the moon darker and redder. The Earth, sun and moon will be in perfect alignment about 5:30 a.m. I reckon that's worth getting up early for on a Saturday morning.
I'm a bit superstitious about the full moon.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to get up and see that one.
You're not superstitious about the red moon?
Well, it could be apocalyptic, mate.
Oh. You watch
End of the world.
too many science fiction movies, I think, Tommy.
Exactly.
Right on.
Thanks.
Thank you, mate. No, it'll all be fine. It's going to be great. Still to come, pokie profits are set to rise by billions in the next few years. So what are the authorities doing about it, and how can you help someone addicted to the slots?
But next, we were lost for words when Roseanne Barr took to YouTube to explain her version of a racist tweet.
I thought the bitch was white! God damn it! I thought the bitch was white!
Well, now the American actress is opening up about that outburst in her first TV interview since her show was axed. You do not want to miss this. It is only minutes away.